We gon' slide. Right on my right, I know. Put her legs in the sky whenever I pull up those love. Pull up those love. Pull up those love.
Hey YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, it is another travel vlog, solo travel vlog. This time I'm going on a cruise, a solo cruise, my first ever solo cruise. So I'm flying down today at 6, it's 3 o'clock now, and I typically am a very early person to the airport. Like I would get there super early, but I'm like going and chancing it today. Maybe I shouldn't because it's a heavy travel day, but I'm gonna go through this intro very quickly right now for you guys. So today is Thursday and I am going down to Miami. We port out of Miami. I'm going on Royal Caribbean for the first time ever. I've gone on Carnival cruises, 3 Carnival cruises, never been on Royal Caribbean. So this will be a switch up for me, a change, and I have a balcony room and I'm so excited, and I'm negative for COVID. I've taken my COVID test, I got my documentation, I'm ready to go. But I need to preface this video. This intro is a little different. I need to preface this video because in my last video I got a comment talking about you didn't show a lot. Would have been good to see a little bit. Like in my New York and Chicago vlog from last month, people were like, okay, you kind of just zoomed on that Yamaha on us. You just kind of zoomed right on by some things. We didn't get to see. It would have been nice to see some things. I get what you're saying. Yes, I kind of show you high level. I show you glimpses, really glimpses of what I'm doing and where I'm at. But that's solely because if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. People find my vlogs and they're new to my channel, and that's always fun. But you don't know me as a person. I am not a teeny bopper. I ain't in my teens. I ain't in my 20s. So I'm not that young, cool, hip, probably content creator who vlogs her life 24/7. I am somebody who's in her early 30s and who still likes to experience the moment. Like I was raised in an environment where, you know, we had cell phones, but we also had house phones. Like I know the duality of that, and I also know what it's like for people now urging for people to show their whole life. The voyeurism of show us every single moment of what you did. Have that camera in your hand, glued to your hand 24/7. I better see everything you saw and not miss a moment. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not that one. I'm not a full-time content creator. I have a full-time job that I just logged off of and put my out of office on. I luckily have that ability where I don't rely on this as my full check. So I'm able to show you guys what I want to, but still be in the moment, enjoy moments. And that's what I love about the duality of not having to be that kind of content creator. I'm the kind of content creator where I'm going to show you high level what I did, but while I'm in the moment, like I need this vacation. This is my R&R. Like last vacation wasn't really R&R for the most part. It was really explore and see the place. I really wanted to see Chicago. I'd never been in there. This is gonna be a lot more chill. If you can't even notice, like my skin has been breaking out, and I mainly only get breakouts nowadays for stress. I'm stressed. So it's gonna be a lot of chilling. So I don't know what you gonna see in this vlog, but you gonna see it at the same time I see it. You gonna see everything I want you to see, and then maybe a little bit more. But nonetheless, let's get it going because I need to head to the airport right now. Have to give the room tour. When you come in, you have the bathroom. Wow, it's gonna, I've never seen like a whole shelf like this in a bathroom. And then you have the closet. Then me, of course. Exhausted. And then you know, the bathroom. Could be modern, could be more modernized. But let's step out of here and then go to the coffee bar area. And I come in here and you have the room itself. It has another full-length mirror. Hi again, using my phone to vlog this portion because I'm just too lazy to open my backpack and get my camera out. And then the TV, a little lounge chair, and I can't even see outside really. And then you have this little lounge chair. I don't want to step on it, but let's step on it to see if I can see outside. Oh, it's a big yacht. I can't wait to see what this looks like in the morning. It is supposed to be a view of the bay. And it has like a little Ferris wheel. I can't wait to see what this looks like tomorrow. Looks like a Royal Caribbean thing over there. Is that like one of their mainstays or headquarters? I don't know. Don't judge me too much for this. But yeah, this is the view from the room. It should look better in the morning. So I have arrived and it is literally probably 10-ish. Honestly, it is 9:55, so 5 minutes till 10. It's been a long day, but I'm not as like hurt as I was the last time I did this. If you guys remember, when I left for New York, I did the whole work the day and then go on vacation, and I was like, I never again, not realizing that 1 month later, yes, I was gonna do it again, but this time maybe I ate, maybe something is different, but I feel better. Not to say that I'm not gonna go to sleep right after this. I am gonna do that. I haven't been up since I had to drop Winnie off at like 7 this morning, so that means I had to get up probably around like 5:30, and it's been a day, but I don't feel it as bad as I did the last time. It might hit me later on. I've never been to Miami. This is my first time in Miami. I've been to Orlando probably like 5 times in my life. I went to Key West last year. You guys saw that vlog. You guys know I went to Fort Lauderdale for my cruise 3 years ago, but that was a family trip and we like drove down. Won't ever do that again. Not that I don't love my family, but won't ever do that again. But Fort Lauderdale, which is a hop, skip, and a jump from here, so I was kind of in the vicinity, but I've never like spent days in Miami, and I won't be spending days. I'll be spending a day, and then tomorrow at 11 a.m. at checkout, I have to check in to the boat at 11:30, so really back to back. But again, it is now 10. Let me get ready to turn down, wipe my face off, and just prepare for the next 4 days. Good morning, you guys. I am in like such a good mood today. I don't know what it is, but I just feel so good today. Again, yesterday I didn't go to, like, I worked a full day and I wasn't like overwhelmed, and it was probably because I knew today was gonna be my day to chill. Like, I'm so ready for R&R, but I know I might get some questions where I'm staying. The Intercontinental Miami, there I think are 2 locations. One is in Doral. I might be saying that wrong, but this is the one that's right by the actual port of Miami. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you guys can see what it looks like in the daytime, because I know yesterday it was dark. This is it. There is that little large yacht, and then in the back, I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see. Let me zoom in if I can. there is like a Carnival ship, and I think there's like a Royal Caribbean ship right behind that. So it doesn't have kind of a little sail that is distinct to Royal Caribbean, but there is a ship right there, and then that Carnival ship right there. So yes, that's the room. My outfit is probably very similar to what I wore when I was in New York. These are some Zara shorts, my reversible, good reversible belt that I just love and cannot go anywhere without because it works for so many different things. This bodysuit I got from Aritzia, and then I have on a Skims shapewear. I'm kind of liking the shapewear because I don't have to really wear a bra, and it also kind of catches everything. So the checkout time for the hotel is at 12, but my check-in time on the ship is at 11. So right now it is 9. I'm probably gonna go eat a little bit of breakfast and then check into the ship, and I will catch up with you guys later on today. Get into this room tour really quickly. Sorry if you cannot hear me because I am on the cargo side. The bed. Then I have opened the balcony doors. Let's see what the bathroom situation is giving. Full-length mirror, bathroom, sitch. Ooh, this is ugly bathroom lighting, honey. We have the shower situation, toilet, and this not great bathroom mirror. Again, I'm glad I brought my mirror so that I can do my makeup.
Talk street art, sarcasm, crass humor in high fashion. Peach color moon glistens, the plot thickens as we laugh off of shotguns and tongue kisses. Bubble bath, chick for daring, would you rather? A cold flame, the thrill of no shame. Drug, sex, and Polaroid. Pick a star in the sky, we could both say goodbye all night. I wish I could paint our love, these moments in vibrant. Lost souls have found a new religion. Now I'm swimming in that sin like baptism. Peach colored skies reveal a sunrise. And two lost angels discover salvation. Don't you wish we could run away now? Yes, yes. Drugs, sex, and Polaroid. Pick a star in the sky. We could both say goodbye all night. Wish I could be.
So I'm back in the room. I don't know if I've said good morning yet, but it's still morning technically. It is almost noon. No, I got up this morning, ate a little breakfast, went to explore Nassau a little bit. Today's port is Nassau. Tomorrow is Coco Cay. I didn't really go to the beach. You guys know I've been to Nassau. This will be the 4th time I've ported at Nassau for a cruise. I've gone to Atlantis. I've gone to Janoka? Why am I not remembering the name of it right now? I'm starting on screen right now. I've been to that beach twice while I'm here. So I've been to Nassau a few times. So I just did a little look around, but it was so hot. Like it was sweltering. Hot didn't even explain. I have all the sunscreen on right now and I still was like, I just gotta get back into the room. So I didn't go to the beach this go around because I know tomorrow is gonna be a full beach day. So I'll save my beaching for tomorrow. I switched into a different outfit because I was gonna sit out on my balcony and just enjoy the vibes while I'm here, like soak it up. Your girl is tired, hot, and she does plan on eating about 4 more times today. So you'll see along the way what we get into.
It's my regular. I'm talking things for better. Things for better. We've been down. It's my regular. I'm talking things for better.
Sunday for you guys. I'm losing track of days. I've not spoken to you guys. I don't even know if I spoke to you guys yesterday. Sorry if I didn't. I am saving all my thoughts. I have thoughts on both solo travel on a cruise and I have thoughts on Royal Caribbean versus Carnival. I've gone on Carnival 3 times. This is my first Royal Caribbean. I have some thoughts, but I'm trying to save it for the end so I can have a compounded, like full, fleshed out, thorough thoughts process at the end of the video when I'm back home and able to give that. But today I want to do more than yesterday. Yesterday, after I got from Nassau, I didn't realize the fact that the heat drained me so bad, and then coupled with the fact that I got a margarita and I swear the base liquor in that was not tequila. I swear, as a girl who tequila is the base liquor of choice for me that I always go with. Rum is my second. I might do a rum, and gin is the third, and that's it. I will not do a vodka based drink. Sorry, I'm not a vodka person. Leave that back in college days. A lot of that was me. That ain't me now. So it's tequila because it's smoothest to me. It's the smoothest. I don't think what was in that was any of those. I know it's quick, fast on a cruise, and you can grab the wrong thing. I don't know. Either that or it wasn't top shelf, it wasn't middle shelf, it was darn near in the cellars. It was in the cellars where they got that tequila from. But I had to come back in the room. I took a little nappy nap. I had to take a ibuprofen because, again, everything. Today I'm going to be more on it. I have my water. I drink a lot of water. yesterday afternoon. I'm probably gonna drink a lot of water today. It is 8:17 a.m. I don't want to go to the buffet for lunch or for breakfast today. I want to go to the actual dining room. I just want to sit down and have the food brought to me. But yesterday I didn't realize they closed at 9:30, so they're open from 8 to 9:30, probably only on days when they're at a port or so that makes sense. I think this is the same way on Carnival, but I want to eat pretty early because I want to go there, so that's what I'm gonna do this morning. I think this is equivalent to like Half Moon Cay, Princess Cay. Oh, sorry, I keep saying it wrong. Bahamians and Caribbean folk always correct me when I say this because it's pronounced here for locals, it's key. So even though it's spelled like K, for locals, it's key. It is key. Even with the C-A-Y. I know for us in the U.S., we always say K, and I'm so used to saying K, so I'll probably just keep saying K, but do not come in my comments and blast me. I know for locals, it is key. Just charge it to the head, not to my heart on that one. But I'm going to explore the place after I get something in my belly. I've been eating a lot more, but I've been happy that I've been wearing outfits that are a little bit more like fleshed out because you can't see the little 7-month-old that I'm carrying right here. It's not too big, but eating has been happening, and I love that. So yes, I'm gonna be going to do that, and I will catch up with you guys maybe later on this afternoon. I don't know, might be tomorrow. I'm gonna go with the flow. This is a chill vlog, and that's what you're gonna get.
From the beautiful queen, you can be becoming. You can look in my palm and see the storm coming. Read the book of my life and see I'm overcoming. Love your hair rainbow. From the beautiful queen that you can be becoming. You can look in my palm and see the storm coming. Read the book of my life and see I'm overcoming. Love your hair rainbow. 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 Lay all the greater side before your skin tone. Wanna hold your head high 'cause you a pretty woman. Lay all the greater side before your skin tone. Wanna hold your head high 'cause you a pretty woman.
So I'm back in the room. I left the room maybe around 10-ish, and I am back. It's like 2:15-ish. I was out there for quite a bit of time out there. I know I said I was going to wait till the end of the video to give some of my thoughts, but I had to give my thoughts on CocoCay just because it's just fresh on my memory. I had to go take a shower because yeah, sand was everywhere. Hair was salty, everything was salty, sand was, I mean, everywhere. So I had to get it out. Two, my makeup was looking disgusting. I mean, like, you guys, no more makeup for the rest of the trip. I don't have anything that would even match me. I've tanned. I don't even know if you can really get into the full body of my tan. That was probably a good area. Are you guys seeing the tannations? Yeah. I don't have, this is me, skin tone wise, I don't have a foundation for this quite yet. So yeah. tanned quite a bit while out there, but I had fun. I had a lot of fun out there. I have to say, I wanted to say, because in the shower I was thinking about all the K's that I've been to. I've been to both of Carnival's. They have Princess K and Half Moon K. Those are their private kind of islands for the ship, and then Coco Cay is the Royal Caribbean equivalent of that same situation. I like this one more than I like both Princess and Half Moon. I'll say that, especially if I'm thinking about it from a family standpoint. This has a lot more beaches, a lot more chairs. Like the whole area is swarming with chairs. I think that was an issue. Well, I don't know if it really was an issue at both the K's for me, just because we've gotten off so early the past couple of times that I've gone to these places, but I can see that being a problem. They have so many chairs at this one, so many areas that you can go to. They have the water park, that is an additional fee that's not included. Most of the things that are on the island are kind of included, but this was an additional fee, so just something to keep in mind. But I definitely have to say I liked this one more. In terms of swimming, I had so much fun, like being out, but like being cognizant that, you know, I didn't have that many people around me, so I felt comfortable swimming out there, but I didn't get too deep in there. I got to a point when I was in the larger area where I was like not being able to touch the floor, and I was like, don't panic, just tread. And I was treading. It was a great opportunity to practice what I've learned in swim lessons, which is treading. Treading was so much easier. I had fun. That was really nice. I liked it. My hair held up really well. I had to wash it because I got so much sand in there, probably some seaweed in there. This hair was really good in both that very saucy water. That's the one thing I did, and that was the con of it, was I wish I had rented some. You can rent the snorkels and the stuff like that, so maybe like something to think about. Bring your eye goggles. I would have brought my own goggles if I had known how it was gonna be. I was like, I'll just leave that. That's one extra thing to pack. I could have packed it, but I could have also rented it out there, and I could have done that, because putting your head in salt water, your eyes, my eyes can take chlorine a little bit, but I always prefer to have my goggles on. My eyes cannot take salt water. Cannot take ocean water. Nope. No, my eyes are not. My eyes are still kind of reeling from that situation, but nonetheless, I'm gonna just lotion up and put on some like fresh clothes, and then maybe slick my edges down, because, you know, I just washed it, and I'm gonna eat. I want to eat. I didn't want to eat out there just because I knew that I heard somebody talking about how the ship was a ghost town. So I was like, oh, this will be a perfect time, because the same food that they have on the ship, the hamburgers, the hot dogs, all that stuff, is the same stuff they have out at the places on the island. So I was like, I might as well come here and sit down in the comforts of this place to indulge in some food. So that is what I'm going to do. I'll talk to you guys for real later.
If I wrote you a symphony just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do? If I told you you were beautiful, would you date me on the regular? Tell me, would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl like you. This ring here represents my heart, but there's just one thing I need from you. Say I do, because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You could be my baby, let me make you my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away. Ain't another woman that can take your spot, my love. Now if I wrote you a love note and made you smile at every word I wrote, what would you do? Would that make you wanna change your scene and wanna be the one on my team? Tell me, would you? See, what's the point in waiting anymore? spring here represents my heart and everything that you've been waiting for. Just say I do, because I can see us holding hands, walking on the beach, our toes in the sand. I can see us on the countryside, sitting on the grassland side by side. You can be my baby, and then make you my lady. Girl, you amaze me, ain't gotta do nothing crazy. See, all I want you to do is be my love. So don't give away my love. So don't give away my love.
So I am back. It is 4:30. It's been a long and crazy day, but I still got the energy in me to talk about the two things I wanted to address today, and we really gonna get into it. First of all, enjoyed the trip, loved the trip. It was a fun and enjoyable trip. I want to say that off the bat, but I'm gonna be talking about two topics: one, Royal Caribbean versus Carnival, and two, solo cruise traveling, because I have opinions on both. I won't say they're strong opinions, they're just opinions that exist within me, and I want to be clear, everything I'm saying is my opinion. It's my opinion, so rock with me here. First of all, y'all been capping for Royal Caribbean a little too hard, in my opinion. A little too hard, in my opinion, in the sense that, I thought it was going to be a totally different experience. Again, not that it was a bad experience. It was a good experience, but I thought totally different than Carnival. Everything I've heard is that it's a tier above, and maybe some ships are, but I was on the Freedom of the Seas, the ship beside me. Both the ports that we went to, Independence of the Seas was the other Royal Caribbean. Got the same vibe. Again, I feel like people crap and dunk on Carnival heavy when I'm not seeing a real difference here. The key factors that I noticed about Royal Caribbean, that it was a tad bit different than the Carnival ships that I've been on. I've been on 3 Carnival, 1 Royal Caribbean so far. So again, everything's coming from this mindset. But of the 1 Royal Caribbean that I just got off of, I did notice a little bit less kids. Not to say there weren't any kids. There were kids, but I noticed a lot less kids, and if there were kids, I saw a lot more kids that were maybe 10 and up, 11 and up, 12 and up, like that teen and preteen age. I didn't see as many small kids as I've seen in Carnival in the past. And again, this might have just been this week, of this time, of this everything, but that was something I noticed. But other than that, food. I've always been told Carnival got the crappiest food. Royal Caribbean got the best food. Honey, it was tasting very similar, tasting like they got it from the same U.S. food truck. And I'm gonna say maybe their specialty dining is different. Like maybe that's what you're talking about. But if you're talking about the regular main dining hall buffet, got the same ice cream cone machine, got the same pizza, got the same steaks, got the same mashed potatoes and gravies, hamburgers, hot dogs, everything probably coming from the same U.S. food truck that deliver all the other like food stuff to other, restaurants and food places. Like, it was not that drastically different. Like, that food, I was, if anything, missing some of my Carnival favorites. Some of my Carnival favorites is that kale Caesar salad. I love that kale Caesar salad. It's something about using that kale over that romaine that gets me about Carnival. So I have my tomato soup and my kale salad. I really love their kale Caesar salad. It's really on point. Guy's Burgers. I missed it. I missed just grabbing a Guy's Burger. Of course, Guy's Burger. My first stop has to be Guy's Burger. They had escargot, and yes, I like me some escargot. That's again to show you my palate is my palate. I can eat anything. I love food. There's no food I would not eat. Crickets, I'd be that wild and crazy person eating weird stuff overseas. My stomach is just like, we gonna fight. We will do whatever we need to do. It protects me. It's like a steel, again, probably trash canister down there, but I can eat anything. And that's why that food wasn't tasting, all that different. Escargot with snails. That's the one thing I said Carnival and Royal Caribbean have that tastes eerily similar, which is leading me to believe falling off the same boat. Snails for the first time. Hope it's good. So, escargot is a thumbs up. It's a winner. Tasha, did you enjoy it? Falling off the same ship, same truck is dumping and delivering them groceries up in there. I love my omelet from Carnival with the Swiss cheese instead of the cheddar. I love that Swiss cheese omelet. Get my spinach, get all my ingredients. They limited me to 4 on the Royal Caribbean. Like, I just thought the food was gonna be like, it has Ben and Jerry's ice cream. I didn't eat at Ben & Jerry's. I liked the little cone from the little machine thing. Their cone was not running 24 hours like Carnival is, but it was a man that was there. I think that might be a COVID thing, so I don't know if in normal times the Royal Caribbean ship cone ice cream is like you do it yourself. It's 24 hours, but that was a difference that I noticed. You know, the wait staff was just as nice. The housekeeping was just as nice. The rooms didn't feel totally different. Carnival be getting a lot of hate, like, oh, it's the fun ship. If you're somebody looking for a lot of fun, I would definitely say Carnival over. I don't even know who the cruise director was of that ship. Never saw him, didn't see him out, didn't hear a peep other than the departure video. I did not see this man. Like, it was mum's the word. I didn't feel no energy. When I did see him on TV, child, he wasn't bringing the judge that the Carnival cruise directors be bringing. You know, it wasn't like this. I might need a couple more ships in me, but I didn't feel like it was totally different. And I want to say, this is my feelings today. It's in a post where we're still, you know, in COVID. You still have to test, you have to do all those things. We're in a COVID world, so I don't know if a lot of the things, the entertainment, like if I even looked on the sheet, how we got a daily sheet on Carnival, didn't get no daily sheet. They really heavily push you towards the app at Royal Caribbean, which fine. But when you check the app, like I wish I had screenshot the app. Duds. It was like does when it comes to the event. And again, it could be that a lot has been restricted due to the pandemic. I'm 100% aware of that, and trying to go into this like, oh, well, I don't know what Carnival was like during the pandemic because I haven't been on Carnival since 2019. I don't know. Maybe the cruise directors are different now. Maybe things are different. But I have to say, 2022 Royal Caribbean felt a lot like a watered down Carnival to a certain extent. You guys who are avid Royal Caribbean over Carnival people, like you put Royal Caribbean at a top tier over Carnival, tell me what it is specifically. Like, it can't be the pizzas, it can't be the steaks, it can't be the baked potatoes, it can't be the omelets. I mean, I was eating. I'm hungry right now because I'm used to my 3 meals and 6 ice cream cone schedule that I was on the ship. So I'm hungry right now. I was eating, but I was waiting for something to just be, you know, wow. On the next note, I know I was talking for a few minutes about Royal Caribbean versus Carnival, but I need to get all of this out. So sorry that this outro is very long, but solo cruising. Again, my first solo cruise, but not my first solo trip. I've been on several solo trips. I definitely have to say this has been the most unique solo travel experience that I've had, in the sense that I feel like it was more weird to other people than it was to me. Like, you need to understand who I am as a solo traveler first. Like, I get comments all the time from you guys coming from a good place of, I would have gone with you, girl. Why don't you open up your trips to your subscribers? Like, don't go solo. Come open it up to your subscribers. Or I get on the flip side of, have you not thought about joining those girl groups where they like all these girls get together and go on these Bali trips and go like as a unit, like all these solo people come together? I've seen those, and I appreciate the like, oh, I would come with you, girl. I want to go alone. I don't want to be around other people. And I know that sounds bad. It sounds very introverted, but I have my times with my family, my friends. I have my, like, the week before last week, I was on the phone with 15 different phone screens for 30 minutes talking to candidates, using my voice in meetings, using my voice. Just like going to work on Tuesday, using my voice. I wanted to not talk. I wanted to be with me. So my love for solo travel isn't because, you know, partly it's because I don't want to have to deal with the headache of trying to get girls together to do a trip. It's just easier if I just book it. I love that ease. Like, me being the planner that I am, it's easy to plan a one girl solo trip. But I also know that if I was to go on this Bali girls adventure type of a trip, there'd be times where I wanted to be off to myself, and I know on those types of trips it would be like, I'd be known as the off-putting girl, or the girl who's like standoffish or away from the pack. But it's like, I want my alone time. So I'm not on the cruises like going to they had an hour for solo travelers to get up and they could like kind of cheerio and hobnob with each other. I like that aspect for people who are into that. Like, there are solo travelers who want to do that kind of thing. Me, no, I just need that to be out in the open. I'm not like a solo traveler who is going to these places and I'm like, I'm going to meet friends there. I'm going to be like by myself. I'm like, good. Like, I'm good. Like, literally, let me eat and let me live my life and I'm good. they won't let you live your life on these cruises. They will not let you. It's both passengers and both staff. It is like no other thing that I've ever been a part of. Like, have I ever been so, I don't know, bombarded with the fact that I was solo traveling? Like, it was so many people who would be like, and I know it again comes from a good place, but it's like almost looking at you like you're a foreign alien. I've gotten asked, like, you're here by yourself? What do you do for a living? What do you mean what I do? I live, honey. Like, people, like, he was like, and then he was like, it was like a guy and his family. Again, nice place. Like, I'm sure they're coming from a good place, but he's like, I'm trying to be like you. What am I doing? Let me eat my food, sir. Like, thank you. And they were like, you can pull the table over, or like, and this happened a couple of times, like, you can join our group, or you can do this. And it's like, I don't want to, y'all family having y'all family, y'all laughing about Uncle Pete, y'all having y'all's times. Like, I'm really good. And it's just like, even the wait staff, like, I was at, main dining, because I like eating at main dining more than the buffet. Like, on any of the cruises, like every cruise has their little buffet area for breakfast. If you notice, I like my main dining. Like, I'll go to my main dining for breakfast. That's what I prefer. I like the dining for the evening options. I like main dining. I prefer sitting down, having the food brought over to me, my breakfast brought over. I like that aspect. But it's different than eating in the buffet, because the waiter was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't come take your order. I thought you were waiting for somebody. Sir, can I was sitting there for quite some time, just waiting, and I was like, I figured that's what they thought. I figured that I wanted to flag somebody down and be like, there's not anybody coming, like, just take my order. And that's never happened. Like, I've been to places where it feels more comfortable solo traveling. Like, you just don't get that kind of thing. I can say I enjoyed the solo traveling, but everybody else makes it a bigger deal than it actually is. Like, I've never been this question, and I think, I've been to Key West, I've been to other places, like, and I think it's more so that those places you don't see repetitive faces as much. You go to a restaurant, you just go to a restaurant. You go to this, it's not the same. So I don't know how I feel about solo cruise traveling. I think I might just need to go to the destination, honestly, or try a different liner. And I want to go to international, because I feel like there's so many solo travelers in Europe that this cannot happen overseas, or this cannot happen in other places. Like, it has to be specific to cruises, where I feel like that the energy is families. They jack up prices so much, true, that it makes it more economical for groups to travel than a solo. Because solo, you're pretty much booking a room where you paying for 2 people. Like, they want 4 people max in a room. If they could get 4 people in a bedroom, they love that. But if they're only getting 1 person in a room, that means one person buying drinks, 1 person all of that, not spending all the money that 4 people, if they could pack in the room that I was in, would have made them more money. So then, of course, as a solo traveler, you get charged a bit more. You get a little bit of a premium for that, which, okay, I'm understanding that. But treat me good. Treat me well. I enjoyed the cruise. I want that to be clear. I enjoyed the cruise. That element of it just felt when it happened, it just felt very weird. And I know it might sound like you didn't enjoy the cruise if you have these gripes. I enjoyed Royal Caribbean. I just have to say, y'all beefing it up too high. It felt very much like the cruises that I've been on in the past. Nothing felt different. The ship didn't feel different. It didn't feel newer, and I don't know where Freedom of the Seas fits in their line of ships. It didn't feel like the oldest ship in the world, but it didn't feel like the newest ship in the world. It probably felt medium, mid-range type. So maybe 10 years old, 12 years old. I didn't do my research into the age of the ship. You guys, let me know down below. What are your thoughts? Are you thinking about solo cruise travel? Have you been on a solo cruise? Have you experienced the same things when you've gone on solo cruises or solo trips in general? I've never had this experience on a solo trip, but some of these same things could happen if you go to DR or Puerto Rico or Mexico by yourself. All these things are possibilities, but overall, great trip. Putting myself in the mindset of going back to work tomorrow. it's taking a moment. But overall, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Even if you didn't enjoy it, still give it a big thumbs up. I know I rambled at this end, but you knew a rambling was a comment. So I hope you enjoyed my rambles. If you have anything to comment and add to the discussion, again, leave it down below. Make sure that you are following me on Instagram at LeahLevon89 so you can keep up with my shenanigans in real time, and even TikTok too, because maybe I'll post more that now that I've had a viral video. Follow me over there. It's just Leah Levon over there, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.
She gon' slide right on my side. I know. Put her legs in the sky.